Thanks for letting us know. I think that's a new rule for SEL, but apparently you have to commit to one race, only one. God, hey, Pappy, when are you gonna tell threepoint to make his name a name in game? God damn it! Every single time. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Retro, we have the red Zerg player from the land of Finland, representing Berserker Esports. It is Mixu. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the blue Zerg, representing Team Hyper 1. It is threepoint. Is it really though? Is it really threepoint? How can we know? He's a barcode. I'll fix it up. God damn it. Every time. That's their threepoint. Bam. There we go. Okay. And fun fact, I believe I have actually never casted ZvZ SC2 versus Brood War. We've been covering quite a lot of this mod over the past couple of weeks and over the past month. But yeah, this is a mirror matchup that is typically avoided, especially considering the previous rule set for the HSL. I do think that players were avoiding ZvZ. I could be mistaken there, but I think maybe threepoint was intentionally switching to other races to avoid it. So yeah, I'm interested. I'm excited. I'm curious to see how the dynamic plays out. Considering, you know, we have Banelings from one end and just purely Ling Hydra for the other. We'll see. So now we have gotten into our openers. Link speed is on the way. Initial links are being rushed out here by threepoint. And because of the initial opener here, threepoint will have much faster link speed compared to his opponents. You can make use of that. Mixu moving out. Does move out across the map. Macro hatch on the way. With this faster link speed timing, I'm curious if we might just link flood straight up here for threepoint. We'll see. We'll see if he does continue link production. Well, now dancing with the links. Leading out a couple of them, though. Yeah, trading 2 for 2. Oh, 2 for 3. 3-point. There we go. Trading evenly here with Mixu. But 3-point, yeah, he's link flooding. He's just making nothing but links behind this. It's going to be a straight up link flood here. And there's going to be a window where 3-point has link speed and where Mixu does not. Ay. Not like this. The Queen will help support. But the flood is coming. Behind this, we're droning up. Okay. 3-point is running behind this. Waiting for his reinforcements. More links moving out. Link speed kicks in. Maiden nest on the way here for Mixu. But until he gets his nest up and running, he's going to be vulnerable. We go 3-point. He does pull the trigger. Head up for the natural. Queen does pull back. Second Queen comes out from the high ground. But with 2 Queens to support, we should be able to shut down these lings. Say that, Mixu, yeah, he does hold. Mixu holds on, bypasses the lings, gets across the map. Baneless is done. Oh, and now suddenly the turns table. And this is what I was curious about. How does ZvZ work if one player does not have Banelings? That's a... I'm concerned for 3-point, Bobby. As Sunken Colonies on the way. Banelings, are going to be shut down. Mixu, caught with his pants down. He's going to be shut down here. The Banelings that will not finish. As Mixu keeps on flooding across the map, but the Banelings are heavily delayed. Banelings are delayed. 3-point has a turtle. Yeah, more colonies on the way. More sack defense. And with all these sunken colonies, we should be able to hold on. And Mixu backs up. Banelings in production. And Mixu, he's not droning. He's committing, Pappy. Can the Banelings avoid the spine shots? Can they connect? Can we bust in? That I'm not so sure about. Banelings, they do break through. But the Lings, it's not going to be enough. The spine closers, they shut them down. Lings, they avoid them. They head into the main. There's not that many Lings left. And Mixu is cleaned up. And behind this, Mixu forced to drone. Mixu in a rough position. He's going to be droning up. Likewise, so is 3-point. Now, what I will say, the big advantage for Mixu is map control. Mixu can take a third. He can take a third, he can drone up. 3-point should be stuck on 2 bases. Mixu does catch 3-point out. There we go, third base on the way. So 3-point is going to be playing 2 base. Mixu can get a third. And with the gases being taken, are we going into Aspire? Are we playing 2 base Muta? That would make sense, considering all the stack defense, considering all the spine coolers, sun colonies even. Aspire would make sense here for 3-point, but we'll see. That's the other curious thing. Speaking about like Ling Bane versus Ling, Muta Scourge versus Muta. Like, that sounds crazy. Like, not gonna lie, that sounds insane. Like, if we did have like Muta versus Muta, right? If we had Spire versus Spire. Speaking of, there's a Spire for 3-point, which makes sense. But this makes me want to see more ZvZs, like, between Brood War and SC2. Because there's so many of these, like, little dynamics that, like, sound crazy to me, and I'm curious, like, what the solution is. Like, for here, for example, 3-point has to turtle on 2 bases. Cannot expand. Just getting to the Spire. Mixu, for the time being unaware, getting to his own lair. Ooh, Bailey does connect. So Mixu is investing into more Bailings. Mixu has yet to scout the main, unfortunately. Did spot the lair, though. Okay, that should be enough. Did spot the lair. And Mixu could try to cut 3-point off and just go for a Hydroden. Is taking extra gases. 3-point pushing in. Bailey not quite yet done. And he's still on the way. 3-point does try to hit the third. 9 mutas in production. The Bailing. No! Mixu does miss with the Bailing. We were denied a juicy connection. It was so well set up. Regardless, we do have a 3-point pulling away. Ooh, Roach Warren, Mixu, he's not aware what's going on. He's now checking, he does see all the gases. He now knows, but is it too late? The mutas have arrived. The mutas have made it, and at this point, Mixu needs spores. He needs to wall up with spores, make more queens. Mixu does need to defend. Has to pull away. Ooh, one of the queens goes down. It's being pulled. Which we have. Oh, wait, okay. 3-point does have 1-1. He has the carapace upgrade. Mutas again map control, shutting down these overlords. Overlords are falling. And Mixu, yeah, he's just stuck with Queen Spore. Hydroden now on the way, but it's going to take a while here for Mixu to break out. And another queen goes down. Another queen, and another almost falls. At the same time, 3-point hitting the third base. Mixu's in position. Mixu's ready for it. Big Bailing connection as well, but the queen goes down. This third base is looking vulnerable. Meanwhile, the mutas, they have the Roach Warren. They take down the Spore as well. Just barely trading a muta for a Spore. Roach Warren falls. And they can't even go for the Hydroden. Oh no, not like this. The Hydroden's under fire. Not the Hydroden. And how many queens do we even have? 2. Only 2 queens. That's not enough. The Hydroden, it's going to go down. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, again, Mixu just took a little bit too long to recognize what was going on, to scout the lair, to scout the gases. Unfortunately, Mixu was caught off guard by the muta. Goes for a counterattack, but 3-point is in position. 3-point does defend. So we're remaking the Hydroden, going into an Infestation Pit. The mutas do give 3-point map control. Hunting down more overlords. And this is going to be quite difficult for Mixu. I mean, he still at least maintains his third base economy. Even though Mixu has been losing queens and tech, he has been able to maintain his drone count, at least. And from here, Mixu is looking to go into Hive Tech or just Infestors. I'm curious what the plan is. Go for the Hive or Infestors instead. Massive Baby Connect, there we go! Ah, that's what we wanted! Nice catch here from Mixu. Takes down the Lings. Ultra Cavern on the way. This is a scary thing. If Mixu invests too heavily into... Oh, save those balls. If he invests too heavily into anti-air, then the Ultras will catch him off guard once again. This is also why that the Hydra Den, it's multi-purposed. We need lurkers. We need a lurker den, and we need lurkers to survive against the would-be Ultras. That's kind of the tech path that Mixu has to go down. As the Ultras are already on the way, and the unfortunate thing is that Mixu doesn't know. I mean, he should be somewhat aware, just because he sees the lack of muta. Like, there are mutas, yes, but the muta cloud has not really gotten larger. So the gas has to be spent somewhere. The gas is being spent somewhere else, and Mixu, he still does not have the lurker den. Lings, they get into the main, drones are going down. Finally some economic damage. Oh my god! They wreak havoc, 6, 7, 8. Oh my, 7 drones going down. 9 even. Even catching a Hydra. And I'm sure threepoint is feeling good about this. He scouts, he sees the Hive, but doesn't spot any lurker gen whatsoever. So it's just Ling, Bane, Hydra, and here come the Ultras. And basically, threepoint is one step ahead. Just one step ahead. Ultras have arrived. The army that Mixu has is an anti-muta army. Hydras, Infestor, Fungal, Queen. The Queens are Worldling as well. Okay, this is ideal against muta, but not against what threepoint has. We'll see how they engage. Yeah, the Ultras are revealed. They're coming in! Oh, the Fungal will slow them down, though. What about Fungal? A Fungal to slow them down, but only for a couple of seconds. Queen's coming in as well. But the Queens are off of creep, and yeah, Mixu has to back off. We need that lurker den, Pappy. Does pull away. Likewise, no, the Queens are caught out. Oh, that's brutal. The Queens, elf of creep, they're getting caught out. Massive loss here for Mixu, losing every single Queen. Not like this. And the Fungals were spent earlier. Mixu kiting his heart out with the Hydras, but GG gets called. Yeah, there's just nothing we can do. Nothing can be done, and threepoint will take game number 1. GG. GG, well played. Again, threepoint was in the driver's seat of that game, initially going muta into ultra, of course, and as we saw, unfortunately Mixu was just one step behind for the entirety of that game, and we'll see if we can bounce back here as the roles will be reversed. As we're getting into game 2, it's Mixu's turn to play with Brood War. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. The real Brood War. True, true. Go to edit the race. Oh, it should be good. Oh, right, you're talking about it on the UI. True, true. Yeah, it's different for some reason. Here we go. They switched colors. God damn it. As spawning, wait. Yes, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. Okay, we're good, we're good. They did switch colors. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have our Finnish Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Berserker Esports. It is Mixu. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, now the Red Zerg player from South Korea, representing Team Hyper 1, leading the series 1-0. It is threepoint. I'll get on it, don't worry. 3 points. Momento. Bam, beautiful. Here we go. As threepoint is going hatch first, so is Mixu. We're calming things down. As a reminder, threepoint did have an earlier gas timing in game 1 and was able to make use of it, but last here in game 2, both players are going for their standard openers. Hatch should be into gas, into a spawning pool. We're calming things down. And again, I'm really curious to see how Mixu does approach this, considering he's up against Ling Bane. In my mind, what makes the most sense is to wall up and play 2 base. That just makes the most sense here. Oh wait, what? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Threepoint is playing Brood War again. And Mixu's playing SE2 again. Did I miss... Did we mess up the... did we mess up the maps? It's fine. So once again, Mixu rolling SE2. Let's go. Might have messed up the ordering of the maps, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I got you being taken. They take turns picking who plays Brood War and who plays SE2. Oh, wait, what? So a player can play Brood War. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Interesting. That's crazy. Okay. I was very confused. Alright, alright. So Mixu getting SE2 2 games in a row. I see, I see. I see, I see. Okay, so we have the same dynamic here. You have our macro hatches on the way. You have 3-point moving out across the map. Meanwhile, Mixu has yet to invest, banking up a lot of gas actually. Oh, and we see why. Okay, I was curious. This time, no Bailey Nest. Mixu is playing 2-base Roach. 2-base Roach here from Mixu. The way this works is that we're going to be stuck on 2 bases, of course, building up, walling off, taking gases, and getting into Roach play. This can lead into a 2-base all-in, or this can lead into just a much more delayed third instead, as Mixu is opting to skip the Ling Bane phase of the game. Interesting choice. So Mixu is skipping Ling Bane. Meanwhile, we do have 3-point settling in and getting to his third hatchery, droning up, getting more macro hatches, getting a lot of hatcheries even, and droning. Basically, upon recognizing what the Zerg player is doing, upon recognizing the 2-base play, it is on the opposing player to be as greedy as possible, to drone heavily, invest into upgrades, take gases, because there's nothing to really threaten 3-point. And so far, he's responding very nicely. A nice response here from 3-point. We'll be able to drone up, +1 carapace, making more workers, getting the 3rd base saturated. Again, it's all about a game of greed here from the red Zerg. Meanwhile, Mixu, he is going for the all-in. He's hiding his Lings. +1 carapace on the way. It's going to be the solo build. Let's go. Now, I still stand by what I said, and there's a reason why 3-point is only droning. Again, upon seeing what's going on, what he should do is be greedy. But what's happening here? No lair. No lair. This is a hatchery-based all-in. Very committed here by Mixu, and his goal here is to catch 3-point being too greedy with his pants down. Okay, so far so good. As 3-point is investing into... Still droning. Oh, still droning up back at home. 3-point has yet to piece it all together. No Overlord Scout into the main. And no Scout into the main base, and here we go. Mixu, he does pull the trigger. Moving out with Mass Ling Ravager. Is moving out. Now 3-point knows. And is it too late? Is it too little too late? Back at home, colonies being thrown down. Getting ready with outside defense. He does need those sunken colonies. As Mixu does fall in. The SimCity is brutal, but here come the Ravagers. And that's how you deal with those sunken colonies. With those Biles. With the Ravagers. And they're coming. 3rd base under fire. 3rd base is surrounded. Ravagers are a bit exposed. Oh! Can we get on top of them? First Ravager gets surrounded. Yeah, big pickoff. 1 Ravager falls. That means that many less Biles. But the 3rd base has fallen. Getting the 3rd base is nice, but Mixu needs more. He needs more than this. He needs to go for the kill. The hatchery will fall. Ravagers morph in. 3-point trying to catch reinforcements. Goes for a counterattack. And the Spine Call is finished. Well, the Sun... You know what I mean. The Sun Colonies, they do finish up. It looks like 1, 2 of them going to be piled down. But the choke point is brutal. And 3-point he holds. 3-point he is holding on. Catching reinforcements, catching more Lings. Ay, ay, ay. And time is working against Mixu. Does bust in. The piles, the value. Ooh, almost gets both. We'll focus them down. Targeting down the Hydras. Gets 1, gets 2, gets all 3 Hydras. But the Lings will shut down the Ravagers. A massive cleanup. 3-point is holding. He shuts down the Ravagers, and what is there left? Only Lings. And 3-point, he still has a 3rd hatchery. And Mixu is just running out of steam. has been joining up though. Bailey Nest on the way. Lair as well. Mixu trying to transition out of this. Goes for a third base as well. He's still in this, but he's behind in tech. He's behind in tech. Mixu checks for a third. There is none. Or checks for a fourth, I guess. 3-point going to the third base of Mixu. He's looking for the surround. Doesn't quite get it. And going for the roaches. And we'll get 2 of them. Not bad. Oh, gets 1. Gets a roach. Gets a handful of queens. More lings flooding across the map. And without Bailings, there's no way to hold this. Not like this. The queens go down. The roaches as well. And 3-point he overwhelms. He's breaking on through lurkers in the face of Mixu. The lunkers, they're coming. Gonna be burrowing in. Boys are being pulled into the... Oh god! Don't pull the boys! Not like this! As the lurkers are pushing forward. And 3-point is overwhelming at the same time. Mixu is in the main base though. Drones are going down. But this main army cannot be dealt with. Yeah, no, sure. There's no way to deal with these lurkers. Overseer has morphed in. The Lings did get a lot done though. But GG gets called in. 3-point. He takes game number 2 in the series at 2-0. GG. GG, well played. Really good response out of 3-point. Once he realized what was going on, he threw down 4 spine crawlers or 4 sunken colonies at his natural base. He was able to buy time. This is where I have to be a little bit maybe... I was going to say a little bit critical of Mixu. I think so. If you remember, Mixu did kill the third base of 3-point, but as we mentioned, the third base didn't really matter. Like the third base, when you're going for a hatch base all in like that, killing the third base is maybe a better thing for the defending player because they're buying time. They're buying time and just waiting for their own side defense to finish up. And as a result, that was what 3-point was able to pull off. Was able to protect his natural base. Likewise, it was also really brutal that Mixu, he lost his first Ravager. If you remember, the first Ravager was surrounded. That was another big moment, actually. That could also be why Mixu went for the third base as hard as he did. After losing the first Ravager, that means that you have less siege potential to break into the natural itself against all the side defense. So there's a lot that came into the first couple of seconds of that rush, of that all-in, and GG. GG, well played. 3-point does take it. And with that, we have our 2 finalists. We have our Zerg and our Terran. We have 3-point and Hon Mono. This mode actually looks pretty interesting, not gonna lie. Lorimbo papi, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? I've been really fascinated specifically by ZvZ. Maybe it's because I'm a Zerg player, I don't know, but I'm really interested in the dynamics of like how technically the same race but very different tool set works against each other. It's been fascinating. It's been really cool to see the dynamics of these ZvZs. Really interesting to see. But regardless, GG. Yeah, it looks yeah. Like that's the I'm so whenever I've been casting, especially this Mixu versus 3-point series, I'm fascinated. I just want to see. I just want to watch that. Like how these builds interact with each other. With the fast lurkers and stronger mutas, yeah. Ling v Ling fights also seem more interesting. They do. It's interesting. That's the word to use. But with that, we're getting ready for the grand finals. Ready for those finals.